So have you noticed in this game how well of a job they do of explaining what happened in the last game so you know what's going to happen in this game? No? No, me neither. I have no idea what's going on, thanks to not knowing what's going on in the last game. So, there is now a description in the description of this video, which someone so kindly left, as to what the hell is going on. So hopefully now a few of you will have some sort of vague idea, probably even better idea than I do. So, let's power down and get some more reading done tomorrow. Wonderful, so my choices are yes, no, or no. And her expression's just the same. Wow, she's quite eager on me not shutting her down. Alright, we're going to shut her down because I don't like her. Very well, I'll just let you go ahead and save your data first. I really don't need to. What? Why are you telling me I have to save my game? I don't want to at all. Fine. Saved. Happy? All done. Well, good night. I can't wait to see what tomorrow has in store. I'm sure it's lots and lots of reading. End of day 1, 12 hours remaining until tomorrow. Oh, it even ticked down a little towards the end there. Whoa. Oh, it just takes you back to the menu screen after every day? What the fuck? Oh, brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to have to go into it then. I can't play my own game for another 11 hours and 58 minutes. Who honestly sat down and went, you know what's a good design decision? After they read one day, you know what would be a brilliant idea? Lock them out for 12 hours. Who thought that was a good idea? No one thinks that's a good idea. Oh. Right then, well, till next fucking time then, apparently. Right, so there is a way around that you cannot play this for 24 hours. Go to the calendar, on the clock, on your computer, and pass forward a day. Works perfectly, as you can see. Went on a little Twitter rant at ChrisTenarium for all those who are wondering, and yeah, it riled me slightly. But it now works. Still going to maintain this is stupid fucking mechanic, but with now work, I'm calm. We're going to crack on. Good morning. Aha, well, 7:24 PM still counts as morning, right? Yeah, it's like I put it forward 24 hours to avoid your bullshit mechanic. I'm really excited. Today is the first new day of the Lunar New Year. Yay. I finished making that new handbook. I'm really proud of it. I wrote that doesn't actually mean handbook. It means some sort of dress. Thank you, Sora, for that. I'll let you change me into my new handbook and then we can proceed. Oh, God. Alright, now let's see how ridiculous this looks. Out of 10, I reckon we're going to go for 8 ridiculous. Come on. How much of a twat do you look like? Meh, not too bad, actually. Yeah, we can run with that. Yeah, sorry, we can run with that. That's not too shabby. Oh, she's flashing, so I can click and chat on her. I see. Oh, you did it. Yes, aren't I a fucking clever clocks? I clicked on a button or two. How much do you know about Korean Lunar New Year traditions? Absolutely bugger all. Believe it or not, not being Korean. Nothing. Oh, well, then I guess I'll have to just explain it as we go along. Can't wait. So tell me, what do you think of my new outfit? It's a very adult look. I don't like it. I think it's pretty. Alright, so pretty is okay emotion. That's normal, and that's... It's a very adult look. There we are. Ah, thank you so much. That's exactly the sort of look I was going for. She doesn't seem too fucking convinced. Also, her hair magically gets cut when she changes into this uniform. How does that work? Alright, I assume there's a ponytail at the back I can't see. Cosplay is fun, but I think it's something I can only do on my terms. Dressing up nice with the man I love can be wonderful too. Anyway, let's start. Normally, you're supposed to start off with putting out a bunch of ritual foods for your ancestors and do some bows. That's not going to be happening. But, I don't really remember what they are. My family would handle that part. Wonderful. So, not only do I not know, she doesn't particularly care either. Mostly, though, it's just... And maybe this is an awful thing to say, but... And I know it's something that my adopted family believed in strongly. Yeah, come cut to the chase. But it's completely beyond belief for me that my ancestors have been looking over me. If they were, would they really have let all those things happen? I don't believe it. Yeah, this is people's main problem with religion. So, you don't think it'd be wrong to skip that ritual, would you? They're still your family, only you can say, no, not after all of that. Oh, God. Alright, let's not take my beliefs into account. Let's go, only you can say. Typical guy neutral answer. You don't get into the shit for saying that. I guess so. Well, maybe this is wrong of me, but I won't do it then. Yeah, bitch. Now, bitch. Now, let's move on. The other really important thing I remember about the New Year is that you're supposed to eat some mythical fucking monster by the looks of that. What the fuck is that word? Alright. It's kind of a soup. When you have it on New Year's Day, it symbolizes growing a year older. It tastes like, well, sort of a, oh. I guess after 622 years, I don't really remember what any food tastes like. Well, it sounds absolutely fucking awful. But, I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, though, that's not what's important. What's important is that how you can count and how old you are. I remember what it looks like. At least. That's fucking reassuring. Like this! It looks like a very, very stereotypical, if not slightly racist depiction of any Asian food. Wonderful. What the fuck are those? Mentos? What the fuck is that? Alright, well, here goes. Oh my god. You did not look like that a second ago. Sorry, it's the first time I've done this in centuries. I'm sure I got something wrong. Well, I think shrinking your body was always never going to help. But the important thing about rituals is just who you do them with, right? That's what I believe. That you don't seem to know what you want to believe. So, since this is the first time I've done this since I was alive, well, if this is my 17th time having it, by that measure, that must mean I'm only really 17 years old. Well, I mean, if you're down the pub with your mates, you're going to show that you're shagging a 17-year-old as opposed to a 622-year-old. There is some sort of sense to that. That's definitely how it works. That's also what I believe. A lot of beliefs going around here. Well, maybe that's not a good thing to say if we're going to have a relationship together after all. I'm just being silly. Honestly, how old am I? I must be fairly old for her to say something like that. But it doesn't say, so it's okay. Well, anyway, I suppose we've wasted enough time with this, haven't we? And I really want to keep reading away what we started last night anyway. Especially since there were some pretty dramatic looking things in that list, weren't there? I'm gonna lie, I can't remember any of them. It was 3 days ago since I last recorded them. There's one I remember, I don't even remember what block it is. We're just gonna focus on that block, as it's the only one I give 1% of a fuck around. Well, lead on, Mr. Investigator. What better to celebrate the new year than by spending it working with you? We're going to turn her back to a scientist because I'm not feeling the handbook. I've had some time to go over it properly. And, I mean, look, she's just so much more attractive. She actually looks like she has intelligence. Ooh, now we're here. Let's do an emergency diagnostic. I'm pretty sure this still won't do anything, but it's always worth a go. Nah, bugger all. Always worth a go. You never know what Easter eggs you can find doing this shit. Alright, extract new messages and they've all got to be block 5. So that's the only one I actually even know the story to. Okay, so now everything we've got is M5. And status after extraction, 31% power. Wonderful. This day of reading can take a while, don't you know? Everything's wonderfully extracted. The Pale Bride, isn't that what someone was in the last game? I don't really remember. Alright then, so let's get reading. We'll give you a quick resume at the end. Well, you know what? I thought that was leading up to a boss shagging this woman. Oh, no, they are! He is making a move on her. Yeah! You go, rapist boss! Wow, what a middle-class fucking reaction to this. I can't remember how he responded, but he moved his hand further up my leg. It was inappropriate and felt uncomfortable. Wow. No slapping involved. It's like, I felt uncomfortable and uneasy. Well, that was fun. I pretty much covered that in between, and at the end, he kind of blackmailed her. Yay! Okay, so this is before that happened, because she's now calling her husband, who was before a husband. This is what her husband looks like, by the way. He looks like Lee from Tekken. Right, well, that was lovey-dovey bullshit. Let's go on to the next one on October the 16th, 41. So, they're cutting her pay because she might have children at some point despite being 24. Wow! That might mean she is, at the risk of quitting. Good old sexism going on here. Right, well, that's that one done. It was literally just about that. So now, January the 3rd, 45. Oh, now she's writing about Hugh and I, and suddenly the music's perked up a little bit. Bloody hell. This doesn't seem to, like, coincide with anything I've read up until now. So apparently this person met Hugh and I, and they had a little bit of a, I didn't say confrontation, just, a little bit of a chat. She opened up a time capsule or something, and spoke to her, yeah. Oh, okay, she wants a word, thank God for that. So, this is really embarrassing to even bring it up, but are you in love with me? Oh. All these people sure seem to talk about sex a lot, don't they? Hey, there's nothing wrong with, chatting. Why is that the good answer? No, fuck that. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, you really think so? Does that mean there's something you'd maybe like to talk about? Oh, hell yeah. I mean, you're an AI and you can't fucking hear me anyway, so what does it matter? Oh, well. If it's talking about it with you, I'm sure that's fine. I just find it really surprising that everyone talks about that so directly. Apart from that little mini rape scene earlier on, there hasn't been any mention of sex. Whatever. Nobody really talked about it so casually in my time. Plus, reading about Seung-bok and Mimi is just so different from what that sort of thing was like for me. It's really intense sounding. She sounds like she had one hell of a time. What about you? Do you have any experience in such matters? Oh, yes. Ah, I see. You don't mind me asking, was it with a... Wow! It's complicated. You know, it was with Liara from Mass Effect 2. No, it was with a woman. Oh, so I see, so you really do have experience with such things. So, if I said, no, I'd had sex with a man, she would have just scoffed at me and gone, oh! I didn't realise you are one of those men. Oh, such a lovely woman. Anyway, as for me, it's, well, fucking hell, they like the word, well. Oh, geez, I'm sorry, I can't say it. It's just too embarrassing. Forget I said anything. Let's just go back to reading together. Sorry? Yeah, you should be sorry. And we read these three. Hopefully this will make a little bit more sense than the last one did. Oh, wow, she's gotten to the stage of cleaning up where I was 5 years ago. So she doesn't like the in-laws. Fucking hell. Join the, like, queue. It's massive! Oh, so society is being killed by infertility of increased radiation levels. Gotcha! Right, let's read next one. Everything will be alright. So this is her last story. So they had a bit of an argument, and she told him that she loved him, and apparently she'd never said that in this 5-year marriage. And now they're talking about having kids. Right then, lots more reading to do. Let's disable the active AI and pull out some more messages. Right, well I can see we don't have a lot of M6, so we shall now do M6. Right, well, from earliest upwards, I suppose. I don't actually remember anything of this, so I'm going to have to guess what this is about based on what she's said. An angry letter to someone who was right. I think that's what that was about. Clearly they just died. Alright, so this is about one person clearly going to win the election night. Yeah, see, again, I've just gotten to the point where I'm bored, and I'm just clicking and scrolling through, and I'm not interested at all. We'll come back to this when I have a bit more patience. For now, ta-ra!